Hey our friends, welcome to today's how-to. Today we'll be learning how to draw Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunter. First, let's get started with the hair. So in the center, we're going to curve this line around and then through towards the middle. And then we're going to start from that point in the center, curving this back, around, and then down on the top. Now on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this around and then back in. Again, on the right, we're going to curve this through towards the top of our page. And then from the side, just curving this around and back in. Let's move over. On both sides, we're going to curve this around and up. Now on the side of the face, we're going to curve this around and in. Let's do the same thing on the right, curving this around and then back down. Now from here on the side, we're going to curve this around, bringing this over and through on the right. Now let's draw in a lightning bolt on the left for the earrings. So we're going to bring a diagonal line coming down and in. Let's bring this line across and through. We're going to bring this line back up, bringing this down on a diagonal and then up on the side. Now from here, we're going to curve this line in for the ear. And then we're going to step up, curving this back around and then down on the left. Now from here on the top, we're going to curve this line over, stepping down, arching this line back in. Now on the right hand side for the earring, we're going to curve this line through towards the side. And then as we move in towards the top, we're going to curve this around and then back down. Let's step over. We're going to curve this line down, moving in, arching that through. Let's close this line off on the side now. So we're going to arch this line around and in for the top of the hair. And then we're going to do the same thing on the right. Now from here for the eyes, we're going to start on the top, curving this around, up, and then down at a point. And then we're going to line this up at the same height on the right hand side, curving this up, down, and then through towards the side. Let's come underneath. We're going to close this off by curving this around and then in towards that point. And then we're going to do the same thing as we step over on the right. Let's thicken up this line on the top now. So from that corner, we're going to curve this out, back in. And then we're going to do the same on the right, bringing this down, over, and through towards the top. Let's move underneath. For the pupil, we're going to draw in a nice big half circle. On the top left-hand side of both of our eyes now, let's draw in another circle for the highlight. And then we're just going to color this in black. Now from here, let's draw in the eyebrows. So we're going to draw in a curved line, stretching this over. We're going to do the same thing on the top left. And then from that point, we're just going to curve this back, around, and then down on the side, replicating that over on the left. Let's draw in our nose. So we're going to curve this down, around, and then in. Let's draw in our mouth. We're going to draw in a corner bracket on the left. And then we're going to curve this line over and through. And then stepping underneath, we're just going to arch this around and up. We'll draw in the rest of the braid, but we're going to first come in behind and draw in the suit. So we're going to draw in the neck, curving this out. We're going to do the same thing on the right. We're going to draw in a shadow underneath. So we're going to curve this around and through, and then we're just going to color this in black. Now from here on the left-hand side, we're going to bring this line over. From the top, let's curve this down. Now from the collar, we're going to curve this back out, up, and then in on the side. And then we're just going to draw in a small circle on the left. Now from the corner on that collar, we're going to bring this diagonal line all the way down towards the bottom. We're going to come out, drawing in the zipper, so we'll draw a diagonal line on the left, bring this line across, bringing this up, and then connecting that over on the top. And then let's draw in a small circle on the bottom. Now let's bring this line out. So we're going to bring this down on a diagonal. We'll bring this through. And then we'll bring this back in towards the zipper. Let's move in towards the middle now, drawing in a straight line that comes directly down. And then we're just going to draw in some straight lines as we move down towards the bottom, leaving an even amount of space. Let's close off the left-hand side of the jacket now. So we're going to start on the left-hand side, curving this through. We're going to bring this line up and over towards the side. Let's move over on the top. From that corner, we're going to bring this line out. Now from here, bringing the arm down, we're going to curve this line down, out, and then back in. And then from the side, let's draw in another diagonal line coming down. Let's move in. We're going to bring this diagonal line down towards the bottom. We're going to curve this line in, back out, and then again, we're just going to bring this back down. On the top, we're going to curve this line in. Let's bring this line over, creating a small strap. And then we're going to continue this. So we're going to bring this down and through. We're going to follow the pattern on the outside, bringing this out and in, and then back over on the left. Now on the top, let's draw in 2 straight lines coming across. On the left, bringing this out, up, and then in. And then as we come down, let's just replicate that. Now on the left-hand side, we're going to draw in a nice big rectangle for her name tag. Let's draw in the letter R in capital on the side. And then we're going to draw in 5 lowercase r's as we come over. So there's 3, 4, 5. Let's draw in the letter U, M, and I. Let's move back up again. We're going to draw in another letter M, bringing this up, around, and down, arching this up and through towards the right. Now from here, we're going to bring this line up, across, down, doing the same thing on the right for the letter U. Let's draw on the letter M, bringing this up, over and down, back up on the right, across, and then in. And then for the letter I, bringing this up, over, and back down. Let's move underneath. For the letter R, we're going to bring this line down, over, up, back down, across, in. Let's draw on the letter U. We're just going to curve this line in the center, stepping over, replicating that. Let's bring this down on the bottom, bringing this down, across, up, down, over, in, down, across, and back through. And then now lastly for the letter I, just bringing this down, over, and up. Let's draw on the zipper. So we're going to draw on 2 diagonal lines coming out on both sides. Let's close this off on the bottom as well as on the top. We're going to draw in a small square right in the center. On the top, bring this line up, over, and down. Let's bring this line through on the bottom, over, back up. And then we're going to draw in some straight lines as we come across like we did on the jacket. Let's draw on the strap now on the left-hand side, curving that in. Let's move over now and draw on the right-hand side of the jacket. So we're going to curve this around and out. We're going to curve this back out, up, and in towards the neck. Do the same thing on the right-hand side, drawing in a small circle. Let's bring this side of the jacket down, curving this around and through. Let's do the same thing on the right, ending that at the same height. Now from here, we're going to curve this line across. Let's close off the shoulder. So we're going to bring this line over and down, connecting that together. And then let's draw in the small strap stretching across. On the right, let's curve this line around and down. Let's draw in a spike by drawing in a small triangle on the top. We're going to do the same in the center. And then we're going to do the same as we move down on the right. Let's close off this arm. We're going to draw a diagonal line coming out. We're going to bring this line up, back down, and then we're going to bring this line across. And now from here, we're going to step over on this line, drawing in the stomach, curving this down. And then from that corner, we're going to curve this back in on the jacket. From here, we're going to bring this line down and over towards the side. And then in the middle, we're just going to curve this line back over. Now for the shirt, let's curve this line down and across. Let's move up. We're going to add in some details now. So we're going to curve this line down, around, over, and through. We're going to do the same thing, coming down, around, over, and through. Let's draw in a small curved line on the right. On the top, let's draw in 2 small curved lines coming across. As we come down, curving that back up. Let's move down again, bringing this down, up and over. Again, down, up, and over. Let's curve this down and in, curving this around, back around, and through towards the side. Now in the left-hand side, we're going to curve this in towards the middle, And then from that point, we're going to curve this around towards the side. Let's step down following that shape, curving this over and across. From that point, curving this around, down and in on the side. Let's step over, curving this around and through on the right. And then moving down, let's replicate that one more time. Let's move down. On the left, we're going to curve this around and up. And then from here, we're going to bring this out and over on the side. Now on the top left, we're going to arch this line in. Now let's move across on the side, and we're just going to curve this line around and through, and then back in towards the middle, just drawing in a small circle. Let's move across now. We're going to close off the neck, so we're going to curve this around and up, closing off the shirt, arching that down. Now let's move down. We're going to draw in a nice big circle on the top, curving this around, back down. Now on the side, we're going to curve this line up, dropping down, replicating that on the right. We're going to move over and do the same thing on the left to close off the necklace. Let's move down now and close off the short. So on the left-hand side, we're going to bring this in towards the zipper, and then we're going to extend this line over and out past our stomach on the right. Let's bring this line down and across, and then from the corner on the left-hand side, we're going to curve this line through. Let's drop down. On the left-hand side, we're going to bring this diagonal line out, in, and then back up on the right. In the center, we're going to draw in 2 diagonal lines coming out. And then on the right, bringing this out, through, and then back in on the right-hand side. Let's start on the top, curving this through, back down in towards the middle, and then dropping over on the right. Now in the center, let's draw in a small circle. Now on the left-hand side, for the zipper, we're just going to bring this line up, across, back down. Let's bring this line out towards the left. We're going to bring this back up, through, down, and then in. And then on the left-hand side, we're just going to curve this line up. Now let's come back up and draw in the braid. So right on the top here, we're going to curve this line around and down. Let's step down, curving this around and through. Let's drop down again, arching this around, back in. Let's drop down again, curving this around, down, and in. Now from that corner, we're going to curve this line around and back up towards the ear. Let's move down. We're going to curve this line around, out, and through towards the jacket. And then on the side, we're going to curve this line around and then back up at a point. Let's curve this line down. We're going to arch this in, stepping up. Let's replicate that. And then one last time, we're just going to arch this around and in towards the earring. Let's come underneath. We're going to curve this line around and down. And then over on the left-hand side, arching that out towards our arm. And that is it. That's how you draw Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters. You can pause the video and color it the way that I have done, or you can change your colors up if you'd like. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment below suggesting any more characters that you'd love to learn to draw next. Thank you so much for joining me on today's tutorial, and I will see you all on the next one.